in session. Lines pay attention. Professor Mandalo, juice is the lesson. Charts don't lie, numbers show the way. KIMBA gang minds turn data to the pay. Grab your notebooks, mark your lines. Patience in the jungle is how we shine. Knowledge is power, math is the key. Every young line gon' learn from me. If lines can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Work, sweat, and grind, the journey just begun. I'ma elevate the game, show you how it's won. Prepare with the wisdom lines, trades gon' run. Pressure in the candles, the market makers is frontin'. We see through they scandals, price is the box and we puntin'. Bugatti money focus, flexing on my mind. Structure, fibs, and order flow, profile, and volume in time. High heat to try to laugh, but the lines gon' feast. Feast. Nerd out to take the battle from Liquidity to Wall Street.
Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. Hello. Lions. Can you hear me now? It's good? Okay. Big cheers. Oh my God. Past 45 minutes trying to fix stuff. Lord of mercy. Good morning, Lions. How we doing today? Yeah. 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 Ah. One of those days, right? Today's going to be a great day, though. We ready for this? I am. Hey, shout outs to the math. Shout outs to planning. Shout outs to options expiry. Shout outs to my Lions. Good morning. Rat Tourist. Yeah. No, not special news today. It's just quarterly. It's quad witching quarterly options. Only a little bit of that. Only a little bit of that. Yeah. And we talked about this. We talked about this. I am so happy to be here. Good morning to all my Lions. They're not my Lions, they're our Lions. Buzz, how we doing? Good morning. Dokong. Stream Elements in the house. Good morning. Yelling Hamster. Yeah. 2 letters, 1 word, y'all. Bobby Toxic Pedals. Time Raccoon. Yeah, Golden Pocket's interesting. We got to get back inside weekly VWAP. We have bad lows below. But that's not that bad from the Wednesday low. That's pretty nice. But when you compare it to the very, very close lows, and this is CME, this is weak. All there. So, I mean, we have been forming these higher lows this whole time. Ever since we came up here, and like, I mean, you can kind of see this even without drawing a line. And I, you know, kid about this a lot, but these trend lines. Yeah, is it that? That's only 2 touches. What do you want to do? You want to draw wicks? There's nothing that really conforms to it. How about a channel? I think market open and the first hour is going to be helpful. But you know, it's a Friday. It's a Friday after a big, big week. Thank goodness. Man, I love my 3-day weekends. But thank goodness this one's not a 3-day weekend because we'll get more clarity sooner. Shoutouts to PSG. Stand Up. Calling Noob. Latisse. Insistence. McKillum. At least you're a gazelle. McKillum, much love. Cytilix. Yes, sir. Coke Zero. Stand up. Who juicing? Cage. Let's go. Insistence. Manaka. Damon. Jesse Pup Hinkman. VV Paz. Toddler. Good morning. Mandeezy. Time Raccoon. We'll like fully TA this in just a moment. I want to welcome everybody for being here. I am so happy to be here. So glad to see all the Lions. Juicing, ready for some coffee. Me too. Jupy, let's go. Let's go. iTour. Let's go. Let's go. Tershad, thank you. Calling Noob. Pixel. Fragile. All right. We good. Shaggy bro, good morning. Lou time, J-Bomb. Joopy, JV. Yeah, that was fun. Jay Becker. Glitch. Big dog. Shout out to PSG. My mate, Nate. 007 cool guy, Maxi. Flatterby. JPX. Ghosted G. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Ace, good morning. Good morning, brother. Hey, Blade. Happy Friday to you, brother. Hope you all have an amazing day, amazing weekend. Joopy, Tershad, Satoshi. DJ White. Stand up. Vladimir. Nitrogen. Insulin Bench. Dead Claws. Blaze Alec. Let's get it. We ready for this? We ready? I'm ready. The Lions, we're exclamation prepared, aren't we? You know S&P is holding. We'll see what 9:30 brings. We got 18 minutes until market open. And 66.50 is strong. Karan. Big welcome to Karan. Shout outs to you, brother. Welcome. I didn't see your name in the chat, but thank you for joining. I hope this is the first of many, many times that you spend here with me and your fellow lions. You're a lion now. Welcome to the family. Exclamation welcome. Check out our Discord. Check out the dashboard for our stream schedule. And there's some great tools and deals on trading exchanges and lots of great resources there in the exclamation dashboard. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, my mate Nate. Yeah, shout out Karan. Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Ask questions. You know, tune into the chat. All your brothers and sisters are doing the same. And everybody has their first viewing, right? Or their first time. I remember my first time. And I was, you know, I'm up here now, but I started out just, you know, watching the streams just like everybody else. I made it. That's pretty funny. I'm thrilled for the opportunity to share some mornings with you and some thoughts and vibe out. That's the important thing. We vibe out. We try to juice up together, nerd out a little bit, try to learn. Everybody has something to contribute, and I love to be able to share some things with you. Yeah, it's a fun time. Karan, are you trading or are you just learning right now? My mate Nate. Big cheers. Big cheers. That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome. XLRD over in the YouTube. How you doing today? La Scintilla Critica. That's a cool name. Welcome. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, you get some settlement levels. Oh, if you are familiar with TradingView, but not with some of the tools that we use, exclamation Coinwise. Yeah, they're a big supporter, and they have some really incredible tools and resources that they've been working on and are still developing and are currently available that we have been using the past few weeks. It's really cool. Enjoying that a lot. Definitely make identifying levels a lot less guesswork. Yeah, we've been digging it the past couple weeks, haven't we, y'all? Who's been juicing on the Coinwise indicators? Yeah, they have a promotion. I think there's still some of the free trials left. that you can try out a couple of weeks for their pro indicators. And then they have a great promotion for any of those who are just convinced that you can get 30% off of any of their plans. That's pretty dope. Yeah, and you know that we're in here testing them all the time. Their team is great. Helpful support. My understanding is that they're very quick about helping out people with problems, and some of the team is Lions, so you know that you want to juice up with your Lions, but really that the team will be extra helpful for all the Lions. Not that they're not going to help everybody, but they're always going to have a special place in their hearts, right? Yeah, much love to the KIMBA gang. And much love to the Coinwise team. Big shouts to KIMBA. Big shout outs to Cage, Husty, and Buzz. What a great talent show last night. If you didn't catch it, rewind on the YouTube and pause it so you can watch it from last night. I think you get 24 hours of playback. That was dope. And how about I can't remember who won it. Who was it? But that song was a banger. That was heavy. That was dope. It got me psyched. I wanted to go surfing. And then I wanted to break some shit. CryptoHawk, how are you doing? We out here test netting. That's right. Yeah, McKillum, shout out Karan. Yeah, feel free to type up in the chat, Karan. We're all just vibing and chilling, learning some. He's keen. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, learn. That's learn before you earn. That's a big saying that we have here. Yeah, we even have a song for it. Don't we? 8 years, bro. How we doing? Trend line will break. OI's looking weak. Yeah. Let's get it on to, I mean, really, TradFi is not going to give us anything until after the market opens. And really, I think that we're going to not have a whole lot of clarity until at least the first hour, and probably not. We'll probably get a nice little move on power hour just because of the weeklies, but probably the beginning of the week. Yeah, so I think it might just be our playground until then. Jazzkier. Yeah, but that's just going on gut and prior experience, historical patterns. We got rate cuts on Wednesday. If y'all missed it, I don't know where you were. But who's super pumped about rate cuts? I know I'm psyched. We've been talking about it for like a year and a half. Yeah, we got one little like dinky one last year. But come on, man. They're talking about a couple more this year. Good chances in October. Likely another one at the beginning of December. In it? Yeah, the cage Wizzy. Cut those rates. Brr. I'm like Gucci Man up in here. Brr. Right? October. Yeah, we just don't want Rectember, right? We get all excited. And yeah, Pumptober. Yeah, we did look at DOT. Well, I'll pull it up. Yeah, I'll just get my notepad down. We'll chart some alts. Yeah. We usually do. I need to get my like correct notepad though. I have like 6 of them. This one seems like it'll do. Yeah, we need to see DOT. We're going to look at all the majors like usual. Licktember. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, we've been here before. Like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, September sucks." It's always bearish. I think that we've had a couple of good ones in my time though, but there have been some kind of shaky ones too. The thing about pullbacks is markets are intended to go up, so many of the markets eventually will recover, right? There's always those few that just didn't cut it, but we're in the bull market. We got rate cuts. we're not predicting the future. We're planning levels, managing our risk. We're approaching logically, responsibly, and juicing the fuck up, Coke Zero. Isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Big cheers, Coke Zero. I hope you're juicing. I hope all my lines are juicing. Tershad, let's go. Gamer Girl loves you. Damon, how are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's look at some of our things. Oh, wait, I want to see this one. Oh, right at that anchor VWAP. Just lost weekly VWAP. Previous week, TPO point of control. We were kind of looking at that zone previously. We got the entire range point of control incoming. Let's extend this a little farther from our point of breakout. Oh, Kachoya. That dark red line right there is the entire range volume point of control. And look at that wick retest. Yikes. Lost value area. Yeah, the green is volume value areas, high and low, the margins. The purple behind it, and I have the background shown on this template. But the green with the purple, so normally the value areas are orange and blue, but when a special type of trade setup materializes, it's like a daily open strategy, then this will change colors. So it's just like a visual cue that we got things lined up for a nice little move. And the conditions were triggered when we closed outside the previous day value area. It's called an 80% setup. It's a high probability trade setup. It just doesn't always play out. Yeah, and we had a sweep. That was a local sweep, even if we fail auctioned and didn't take the upper liquidity. You know, that was kind of far from where we were, especially for like the market to take it, you know, really after market close. Okay, good. I'm in UTC. A couple of my layouts still have New York time. Coke Zero, oh my goodness. Making it rain. He juicing. Thank you so much for that generous gift, brother. Oh, man. We are truly blessed here. Thank you, Coke Zero. Shoutouts PSG. Shoutouts to Coke Zero. I hope you juice the fuck up, my boy. If you were just blessed by a sub from Coke Zero, making it rain in here, get your Hermes umbrellas out first off. And if you got a sub, you better thank your boy Coke Zero. Yeah, what a generous, great dude. And I know him quite well from PSG, and he is a great dude. I'm not just saying that because he just dropped that beautiful gift upon us. He's a good dude. Solid. He's a good one. All our lions are good ones. But man, sharing the love. Blessed. Yeah. Shout it out. Let's go, Coke Zero. Tia Goog. Shaggy Bro. Unleash. Shabaso. Yeah, he juicing. Damn. Got. Good tech. Insistence. Satoshi McKillum. Yeah, he's an OG. McKillum's an OG too. We got a lot of OGs in here. Hanging in here strong, supporting. This is the KIMBA stream, but I am Mandalo, so I know that it's not the same. But still trying to bring some heat for you. Yeah, we're doing our very best, working really hard. All of the mods and admins, shout outs to all of you. Helping out, picking up where KIMBA left off. He will be back at some point. We don't have a timeline, but he has shown us the trust to, you know, continue in his absence, right? Yeah, definitely. Dolkong, yes. Yeah, if you haven't done it yet, exclamation Coinwise, the trial, I think it is Wise Pro. I'm pretty yeah. I think Cage might know it. And then the 30% off is I think Wise, I don't know. You got to go in the Discord for it. Yeah, the link is in the Discord. Does exclamation Coinwise work in YouTube? Dolkong's over there. You got it? Okay, amazing. Amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you just do that at the checkout and then you have to go into the what is it called? The indicators thing. But they invite only scripts. Yeah, and it might take like a really short amount of time, but you'll be trading that like today if you like do the thing. Yeah, I love these things. Okay, so we were talking about the 80% setup. All of the mods in Kimbeezy, we blessed. Yeah, everybody is working super, super hard. Kimbeezy is working on some things. I don't even know everything that he's working on. I mean, how could I? He probably doesn't know everything that he's working on, right? You know how many plates that guy has spinning. But amazing. Um, but yeah, you know he's going to be juicing, and he's going to be juicing the Lions. Yeah, trying to hold down the Fort McKillum. Yeah, it might be duct tape with me at the helm right now. And I'm not at the helm. I'm just saying I'm in the screen right now. Um, yeah, their Discord, and their Discord is a great place for support. Cage. Yeah, I joined it. It's pretty dope. Yeah, good dudes over there. Yeah, the tools are so good. Love them. Finally, it's all in one place. And I mean, you know, like we've used a lot of tools here over the years, but TradingView is just like kind of the benchmark, isn't it? And to have tools that work with TradingView, you don't have to like buy subscriptions to 400 other websites. It's beautiful. Yeah, spending like hundreds or like Kimba thousands a month just on indicators and tools. It's like, dude, when you can get a lot of the information with one set of tools, it's beautiful. Yeah, pulling back with open interest declining, and this is aggregate open interest. I mean, it's not all that bearish, is it? Come on, nah. Yeah, Coke. I know you have all the tools. I got all the tools too. A lot of them, anyways. You know, there's some that I prefer, and some that I just like. You get them, and then you don't use it, and um, you're like, why did I just buy that? But when you juice, and it doesn't matter, right? Of course it does. Exclamation YouTube. Kimba has shared some of his tools with all of us also. So exclamation YouTube, we got Bitcoin Bookmap. We have High Block. There's, what is it, Kingfisher, High Block, Bitcoin Bookmap. We got all kinds of bookmaps going on. We have the S&P Boogammas and Unusual Whales stream. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Chart Coinbase. You want to see the Coinbase chart? Oh, ding, 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 ding. Yeah, thank you, Curvies. How you find their Discord? It's from Coinwise.com. They have the link and invite there. J6. Yeah, exclamation Coinwise. Am I wrong? It's Coinwise.com, I think. Of course it is. I'm hoeing. Big cheers. Yeah, J6. Yeah, they're just getting started, but man, I've heard some of the things that they're working on, and it should be juice. Incredible education in the works. They have some cool videos up already. The indicators are juice. Supposedly they're working on a trading journal as well. And you know the Lions are going to be making or have their say about a juicy trading journal. You know it's going to be dope. Mario, how are we doing? He is away for now. He is away for now. He's working on some in real life things. All right, we're going to look at the Coinbase chart. Wait a minute. Traded into the gap and rejected it yesterday. I don't have my TradFi template up right here. Yeah, you might get like a little retest if it pulls back down here. You know, somewhere at the bottom of this inefficiency. That really juiced off of the weekly VWAP, didn't it? Yeah, you're welcome, Gamer Girl. Yeah, that lines up with some fibs too. I mean, I'm eyeballing here, but I can imagine that that's pretty close to the golden pocket year 05, like even if it just cleans that. Pretty nice. Close a single print. Well, that's 30. That's the hourly. Yeah, 2 single prints. That's a strong move. I love my stack single. 3 single prints. The green is single prints. They're TPO profile inefficiencies. And they form when the market moves so quickly during a session and doesn't return back during that session. Sometimes they're filled, sometimes they aren't, but when you have really big ones or multiple forming in a session, it shows one-sided strength. Yeah, and it's you know, in later sessions they might all fill, they might hold. There's a lot of different probabilities in different assets, but it is a sign of strength, and we broke out from that bottom consolidation. You know, how long was that? Since August. Since August. Just in time for quarterly options, right? That's not sus at all. Big juice. Are you in some Coinbase? Gamer Girl? Fibception, good morning. How are you? I've only been here for 2 weeks. Mario, I was doing nerd outs a couple times a week since like July, but he has only been gone for 2 weeks so far. But it doesn't matter how long it's been. He's always going to be in our hearts, and he'll be back. He'll be back. I'm sorry that I don't make the cut for you, brother. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them, especially about the charts I'm happy to chart other things. We have been charting a whole lot of shit coins. Karan, if you are offended by naughty language, you know, I try not to get too explicit with it, but sometimes we just can't help ourselves, can we? So apologies if you have sensitive or delicate ears, and to all of you. But yeah, it's not a cuss word when it's a thing. Like shit coins are shit coins, right? Is anybody juicing on some of the altcoin setups that we've been looking at? Yeah, for real. Let's go, Damon. Bravo. How are you doing? Yes, sir. J6. Let's get it. Insistence. Hell yeah, insistence. Bravo. Let's go. AVAX. Busalo. Yeah, you're juicing on AVAX, Latisse? Let's go. RTH at the tip. Yeah, let's get over to TradFi. Nico, how you doing? Yeah, we were looking at some near an AVAX. Let's go. Yeah, once AVAX broke out, a lot of altcoins broke out from their bottom consolidations. I mean, just similar to that Coinbase chart that we just looked at. Okay, I'm gonna chart dot AVAX, Sol, of course, and near, just for my own interest, and for a big cheers to insistence. I haven't charted near in a little while. I don't think that we even looked at it on our altcoin nerd out last week or whenever we did it. Near. Yeah, you're saying, wait, what was it? Tau? We charted Tau yesterday, I think, didn't we? Or did we miss it? The Coinwise classes. Are they? Yeah, they have some cool, like, even free videos. Yeah, but yeah, they got a lot coming. There's just some, like, a lot in the works. I mean, I've seen some of the ones that they're, like, working on. Yeah, it's gonna be juice. Things might get bloody today. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. All right, get it on RTH. Big gap up, close the gap. Nearly. See what I did there? Big gap down in CME, Bitcoin futures. Do I have gap? Yeah, I do. Okay, the red is the gap. The blue was the previous gap. You know. We're gonna do the thing. Yesterday was juice on S&P, wasn't it? How about that dip the tip? That was almost a full fill, but not quite. I want to see this a little better. And actually I have an even juicier layout that I'll probably pull up shortly. Yeah, the green, don't worry about like the value area things. I need the TPO one. I'm less concerned with RTH full rotations on CME. Is this the right one? No, that's levels. I just have... Maybe it's this one. No, that's levels also. I don't want to play with it that much. I'm just going to go over here because I know this one's good. Here we go. Let's look at everything to load. Yeah, this is the TPO one. So a lot like KIMBA, he doesn't even have the volume plotted. He's charting CME and TPO. I like to look at that as well. And we've been watching it for like over 2.5 years, and TPO seems to work quite well in our CME setups. Dip the tip, possibly. Almost filling that gap. It looks like it got gray, so like the 95% trigger to not show the gap any longer. But it's basically filled. You can draw your own conclusions with that. Here's a little table. How do I make that go away? There we go. So gap down, pretty substantial. $1,200, $1,250. Nearly closed the other gap, basically is filled. That's kind of this consolidation's point of control for volume in RTH. We'll go from our breakup here. Yeah, this is a good place for it. If we're looking at our profile and the VRVP showing over here, it's like a little bit bigger than I normally have on some of the other pairs that you look at with me. But it makes it simple. You get a nice zone right here where, I mean, value area high is inside the gap. You need to get back up there. Previous day equilibrium, that would be nice to reclaim. I think we're going to, you make it up there and at least fill the gap. And then the highs are no good. We got a naked point of control above, and we didn't sweep important levels structurally above us. Also, I have it adjusted. We have contracts rolling over, and we're towards the end of the month and quarter. We did not take that level. Yeah, and there's another gigantic gap all the way up there, basically from the all-time highs in RTH. Yeah, this is the RTH ETH gap indicator. This is juice. I love it. Yeah, any bugs if you guys are trying out the indicators? The team is probably already working on repairs. That there is a lot that went into them. They've been developing these things for a long time, but as people test it out, they add new features, and then they have to be tested some more. But it is juice, man. We've been really enjoying it. It's awesome. Yeah, daily VWAP, really weekly VWAP right here, because we're not calling Danny Bolot. Big love. Thank you so much, brother. Every single day, he juicing and sharing the love. Big shout outs to Danny. Of course, Coke Zero. But Danny, thank you for this, brother. If you were just blessed by a sub from Danny, thank your boy in the chat. He's making it rain. He juicing. Yeah, that generosity really, really spreads the love to the gang and helps so many others. Big cheers to you all. Twitch and Greg, how are you doing this morning, brother? Danny or Coke, you want me to chart anything? Either one of you. I mean, I'm happy to chart anything. You see me charting like the worst shit coins possible. I want to chart some setups for you guys. Let me give back to you somehow. Insistent you juiced on Soul. Yeah, that's like right at the top of the list for the ones that I want to look at. Kind of seeing this first 15 minutes of market open. Let's see where this day takes us. Settlement down here. Previous day. So day before yesterday. That's interesting. You got fibs at play there. That looks like it's close to the 7.5. Yeah, right between the two. This .705 probably. That's something that some of the TradFi guys look at. You can only have but so many fibs on a chart, and I already have like a million of them. Yeah, Cage, it's Gucci. Big cheers. Big cheers, brother. Insistence, thank you, brother. Big shout outs to you. Yeah. How many is that there? That looks like 420. Yeah. Love it. Thank you. Danny? Danny. Did you just gift another 10? Are you for real? Am I tripping? I think just my chat, like I need to... Oh, you want to see Crow, Mario? Do I see a big heart from Shamas? Look at that. Combos. I don't even know what that is, but that is awesome. Yeah. My chat management is like Kachoya right now. These guys are juicing. Thanks, Insistence. Yes, I am. Yeah, it was a little rocky start today, but we are... Oh, you want to see ENA? We looked at that yesterday, didn't we? Sure. There was another one that I just said that we were going to look at. Yeah, we're going to look at Near. Mighty T-Man. I got it on the list. Yeah, Coke Zero. Big cheers. You are giving back. You're giving back hard. Much love. Exclamation nerd out in the chat for some juice. For some juice. Yeah, you guys know the deal by now. If you've been to any of these morning streams yet, then you know the deal. We keep it casual. We do some charting, some nerding out. View the live action. We're holding the bottom of our gap. And CME. Yep, even the 15-minute candle, it wicked out. Pretty much closed it. And a few days ago, we had like a gap fill and go. Like in my eyes, that's like pretty much a fill without being a whole fill or complete one. But like we're not gonna like go too crazy with nitpicking it. Yeah, which one was it? I think it was this one. Where we opened up here, we like almost opened in the gap. And then it just barely filled it. It held some bad lows and just juiced the rest of the day. And I think that that took the high, didn't it? Yeah. Just barely. I can imagine that being an important level. It lines up with that previous day equilibrium, that Fibonacci that we were looking at. And then that was like value area high as well when we were looking at where we came up here. From here. Calculating. Was it that? It was pretty close to it. Oh, I think I went like this and then it was, or something. Whatever, it's close enough. You got a high volume node up there and, you know, it's gaps and gaps and gaps. It's an important area. On our daily chart, that's kind of the area that we held for a while. In the push to the highs, we lost it and then regained it. Did I change the color? I did change the color and then I changed it to something else because I was working on another thing. Get the opacity up for you. Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, that looks like a pretty decent pivot. Doesn't it, for structure? Maybe if you widen the box just a little for the retest. And then the point of control up here. Pretty much from where we came up. That point of control was like... I mean, you see it. It's already marked like almost right in the spot for the monthly. And there was so much volume up there. And it's RTH. There was some trading out there during ETH, but definitely not the volume. Yeah, we start getting some closes, like a weekly close up here would be really nice, don't you think? If you're bullish. If you want these entries lower, I mean, the market gave us an amazing opportunity, didn't it? That retest of 107. 107's been an important area for a long time. Yeah, especially on spot and perps. Like 110 is pretty important too. Get rid of the box. Where was my box before? Up here? It was like that. That's pretty clean. Yeah, and you had pretty much equal highs. We did not clean that high right here. But it doesn't mean that it has to. Yeah, Twitch and Greg. Curvies. G. Jones. How you doing? Mighty T-Man. Yeah, I will. Busalo. Ondo. Ondo's interesting to you? I haven't charted that one in a little bit. Yeah, I think I like just had some spot orders in. I need to check on some of my spot. Oh, Twitch and Greg, thank you so much, brother. Lions are juicing, aren't they? Big cheers to you. Much love. Thank you so much. If you were just blessed by a sub from Twitch and Greg, he making it rain. He juicing. Thank your boy, Twitch and Greg. Much love. Thank you. Man, chat is juicing. Our Lions. How the Bugamas looking? I mean, we got weeklies today, so that's pretty interesting. I'm going to double do it again. Oh my gosh. Gigantic gamma at 66.50 it looks like for today. And then maybe 66.80 it looks like. The 66.60. What are we doing here? 66.55. Wow. Yeah, big and exclamation boo gamma. Yeah, that's the lion cub. Insulin bench 66.55. That's what it looked like. I'm gonna double check it with so that's from trading volatility. I'm gonna check GEXBot just to like cross reference it. Unusual whales is up on there too. Yeah, it's looking juicy. We got some big players today. Big players. Weeklies are exciting, but quarterlies. Yeah, this one looks like it has a bug in it. Orders are just coming in. Shoutouts to the KIMBA NFT holders. The Alliance of Liquania NFT holders. We got some guidance with reading Boo Gammas. Any of you that are juicing on that, that's awesome. Shoutouts to KIMBA AI. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah. Yes, Italics. That Boo Gamma cheat sheet is dope. Yeah, hopefully KIMBA can give us a like a video version of like really nerding out. But man, I mean, there's a lot of resources out there, and having that cheat sheet is really clutch. It's clutch. Yeah, having to like just figure it out. There's a lot going on there. Who has nerded out on options Greeks? Now that's like a really fun one. You'll feel like the dude in The Hangover. Like, you remember that GIF that we had? Yeah. You want to look at Zcash also, Dokong? I saw like this big like thing about people seeing or trying to see if Zcash or Hype was gonna be stronger. Like, dude, Zcash, like, okay, that's cool, but Hyperliquid is, you know, the new shiny, strong one, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably look at Sui also, just because I would want to. I'm filling up the next hour, aren't I? All these things that we want to see. And I'm looking at fucking daily charts on the first hour. So that was our 30-minute close. Want to bounce at the base of this gap. Don't put too much weight into VWAPs or value areas yet, even with a little bit of more volume coming in at the open. You give it time, at least the initial balance, to really start to kind of chart your levels. Otherwise, so like we're referring to previous levels. and previous levels are far away in both capacities. Yeah, basically just structure right here, but we do have that, and we have a naked point of control down below us. Previous weekly settlement, we have another previous settlement here, and that was daily VWAP for that day. Yeah, don't worry too much about that previous day VWAP. It was 2 days ago, but it still is some confluence. And then for that distribution, am I right in seeing that point of control down there? For this frame, that's the thing about VRVP. Yeah. We're like sat right in the middle. That's looking a little better. So you have like the big range from our break above. Point of control right as confluence down there as well. Yeah, things start getting kind of like bearish at some point today. That would be an area to look at. Yeah, with that retest, I kind of like it after the retest. Like the real buyback. Lines up perfectly. There's a lot of confluence down there if it ends up getting bearish at some point today. But we hold this gap, and you know, we have plenty to go above. Dip the tip, you know, it does provide some guidance. If we start trading in here for multiple candle closes, and I'm talking 30 minutes or definitely hourlies, the probabilities increase to fill the whole gap. And last week we juiced into the close on Friday, I think. Was it Friday that it did that? And it fully filled that one gap? What day was that? It didn't quite fill it, I don't think. But it was close. Yeah, right there. It went structure-wise. But it pumped. I mean, that doesn't look like it's very far, but it was a nice move for that whole Friday session. So that whole day. Yeah, a couple $1,000. Not bad. Full rotate, market makers, yeah. Let's see S&P, and then we'll start charting some like perps and spot. Nice first 30-minute close on S&P. It's making these highs look even worse. Or on ES. Let's see it on index. I mean, 6650, 6655, important areas. There's some big boot gammas above and below. But the biggest look like they're right overhead. So we'll just monitor. We'll keep on checking back. You know, the last time we were pushing up on all-time highs, pulled back a little bit and just kept on going. This S&P or this ES chart, I mean, we were looking at Russell yesterday, NAS, everything has strength. Like this was just like, you know, flushing out some weak hands, and it still held the gap on FOMC day. It just cleaned up some inefficiencies, picked up some liquidity, and just kept on going. Yeah, rate cuts gave the nice bullish reaction, did they not? Yeah, let's go on the daily chart and see this. I mean, fuck, dude. Come on now. I can't even fit it in the screen. This is bearish, isn't it? Does that look weak to you? Maybe the weekly chart will like look more like it fits in the screen. Look at that weekly. Look at this weekly candle. I don't know, man. This might be the top. I mean, we don't predict the future, but like, that's not a bearish candle. Yep, America. We got rate cuts. My mate Nate. Let's go. Yeah. Did you get any? I saw chat a few times through the day. I was like working on the background. But yeah, dude. Alts did fly. That was a good one. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some big moves this weekend either, even though like weekends normally aren't really the best times. You know, you get your couple of runners. Superman, let's go. How you doing, brother? Let's go. Yeah, my mate Nate. Shout out to you and Karan. Happy 420. Let's go. Good morning. Gamer girl. Yep. Salute. Salute. Perude. How are we doing? Yeah, bullet. All the GIF commands aren't working right now. They're like working on that. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a KIMBA thing for his like his account or something, but I don't know how to work it. It's not something that's in my control, unfortunately. I love those GIF commands too. Like as long as they're not when we're doing like heavy nerd outs, they're so funny. Yeah, we've been like about them since the beginning, haven't we, Cage? How about all of you OGs? Yeah, they're pretty funny, but when we're trying to like get down and serious about things, like they can be a little distracting. Boy Alvarado, good morning. How are you doing, brother? Trying to juice on AVAX. Let's get it. All right, let's look at some alts. Yeah, no top, no bottom. It's infinity time. Yeah, time is a circle. It's a circle, and then you divide it by fourths, and then you divide it by half, and you get eighths, and then like, I mean, and then you combine those circles together, and you got an infinity sign, and you know, it's never ending, right? We got to get deep in here. We haven't charted it yet. I'm about to jump into some alts. Yeah, Fibception. Yeah, you're here at just the right time. I was looking at that one. There's our Coinbase just juicing the fuck up. Big gap above. We'll see about all that. All right. Yeah, of course we gotta like check our levels real fast on regular old Bitcoins. The Bitcoin. Oh, a single print from earlier, huh? Right on that retest. That's what we were talking about for the range retest. But holding weekly VWAP and anchor VWAP is a good thing. Yeah, probably would need to get back inside that value area. That happens, it opens the door to point of control, and then possibly quite a bit higher. We start turning this bad high into support, and the rotation is definitely on the table. So that's what we were talking about with the 80% setup. When you have a couple of candle closes back inside value, the probabilities increase for a rotation to the opposite side of previous state value. And that's when price opens outside of the value area. And this little juicy little Coinwise indicator glows green in its default settings when the conditions are there for our 80% setup. It doesn't mean it's going to happen 80% of the time. You see that it actually did not happen this time, but it is a higher probability than 50% play. And there is more to it than like, yeah, it closes inside, so it's going to go here. Like, there's plenty of reasons that it may not work out, but it is generally a pretty high probability play. When we're trading or looking around value area margins, and for this volume, for spot pairs, for like just regular crypto in general, I like volume over time. For TradFi, September 11th. For TradFi, I put a little bit more weight on TPO. You see KIMBA doing the same. I've gone through like the cycle of emphasizing TPO and de-emphasizing it in my own perspectives, and then kind of circling back for TradFi. And it's just because of the whole options. It's like the 0 days. The 0 days, like, who cares if there was a shitload of volume like here on Coinbase when they already closed all their contracts? Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like day traders, and it's I mean, there's definitely a lot of money in the market, and day traders aren't like the big money, but there is some big money that are just day trading. So that low is not good. That was a pixel perfect retest of that trend line that we had pointed out there, wasn't it? Who charted that? McKillum, did you see that from before? We talked about it whenever that like happened. Oh, you're looking at the 11th. I'm retarded. I mean, I don't have all of my brain power working. That is a good low. Let's double check that. Wait a second. Yeah, that's good. It's good, and there's two reasons that I'm saying that. You have a wick here. So like this, you have wicks that are very close together, and even if you like, you know, make it hella big, they're really close. That's not all that great in the first place. It's just these people are getting away with something. Anybody that entered through here or right here, we didn't clean it. But that was like not even, that's in the same session that single print formed. For this one, that's the low of the day. And beyond that, and my tick sizing, so if you can't see my TPO, it's because I zoomed in a lot. And maybe this one will show it more clearly. There you go. Yeah, that's way, like really big tick size. I'm gonna go 49. And that's still quite large. That was $60 rows before. But that's a little bit better to me. If I'm looking at single prints or like just value areas or something, then I'll go like a minimum tick. It is a good low though. Even in like $50 rows, basically, you got 3 TPOs or 3 boxes, and you only need 2 for it technically to be a good low. So that's one aspect of it. The other is that not only is this substantially deeper than any other low of the day, so it's substantially lower, you know, I'll zoom in on it and we can measure it. Yeah, $106, somewhere around there, like $100. That's not bad. Anybody that had their stops like $99 from this one, you know, they used ATR or something, they got stopped out. You know, but the thing that I'm saying about this being better, in my opinion, than even like if this wick was real deep and then this one was shallow, kind of the reverse of this right here, is that this is like the fuck you cleaner candle. And you know what I'm talking about. You get in on this, or like in 5-minute structure, it's like bouncing and then it like bounces and you're like, oh dude, this is dope. And then it like, you like maybe get filled on the pullback because it's a good low, it cleaned everything, you got to close up here, and then you just like, oh shit, and then you get stopped out at the lower low, right? A lot of people trade that way. And not that you should be, you know, like getting filled, blind entries the whole way. But everybody, I mean, a lot of people have done it. Yeah, that's the sweeper candle. That's the cleaner. That's the fuck you candle. Like, it actually, that's one of the names for it. It's a part of my French. Escalade. That's a cool name. It's like, yeah, I got an Escalade B. Escalade. Let's go. Thank you for the resub. Dope. ETH up or down? We'll see. We're about to. I know I'm like taking all day, like trying to open things up. But that makes it better to me. You cleaned up the early longers. You stopped them out. Now they got to chase. And you know the feeling. You either get stopped out and you got to chase, or you just like left at the train station. You're like, fuck, can I please get a pullback? You think I've been there before? I have. Many times. You got to manage your risk, though. What your trigger is a close back inside. At least you now have a threshold or a more clear invalidation than just like this one. You got 2 now. So some people will just use like, you know, there's a lot of things that we could talk about with this. We're not going to do it all, but that little candle right there, people are chasing, and it just like plowed through, cleaned everything up. But that, like that day, that was market open right there. So on top of that, you had the little cleaner right before market open, and then you had all the volume come in. Yeah, 1330 UTC. And that was a rotation. That's a value rotation from one side of value to the other right then. That's not a 80% play. That is just a value rotation. And they can happen on any time frame for volume or TPO rotations. Yeah, the more you look at profiles, the more it will like make sense with structure. It's pretty cool. All right, so we wanted to see ETH. I want to just kind of like get my take on Bitcoin. We got a bad low again, but we have so many of them. Just can't seem to clean. Wednesday, we kind of swept that low right here. We were talking about this one being important. Plus, you have the 113.7 area of interest because it was like prior resistance. If things got real bearish through the weekend or something, it pulls back. Like that would be something interesting. Not to say that I'm blind entering, but if it starts to like, I mean, it could just like clean this. You might even get like a wick, like, you know, like a little liquidation down here because you have a lot of liquidity. But like just a quick tuck back in or something. But that was like a structural area of importance. You know, this whole consolidation was several weeks, like where that trend line starts at end of August all the way, like, I mean, that was a while. 2 weeks that we spent at the lows and we're broke out from. If it comes back and tests that again, it's kind of like the idea of the 107 for from a few weeks ago. And that's like 110, I think. But the 107 was important all the way back from here, like 107 and 110. It was those. 106 and 107. Yeah, PSG's been looking at that one for like since December, right? Shout out to PSG. Exclamation dashboard, exclamation Discord. Natero, good morning. How are you doing? Kozar, Strat. It doesn't happen every time, that's for sure. Baratina. Yeah, that 107. Where's the top of the box? Yeah, 107.2-ish. And so you can like actually see it. Came back down there. Kind of like, and it kind of front run it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. That didn't sweep either, which was another thing. But we just like holding weak lows is a sign of strength when you hold and change structure. It's kind of like what happened at the bottom in April. Those lows. Just getting bullish retest after bullish retest. You know, that was an area of importance too, and we came back and like front ran the point of control for the range. So juice back up, reclaimed the range, the prior range, back test it, go higher, back test that resistance, higher, possibly. We haven't made any lower lows. Definitely not on like the weekly. Things are okay. And it can't be a head and shoulders because this is deeper. Now you could have a head and shoulders if this like fell back down here and held this again. Kind of. I don't know. It doesn't really look like one. So don't like start thinking about head and shoulders. If you see it on like Twitter or whatever. Maybe Band-Aid. What, you got like 107.3 or something? Yeah, there's some juicers, and PSG is like always juicing. Yeah, if you are trying to learn and practice, find new things for you to learn about, that's a great place to juice up with your fellow lions. Daddy needs a new Toyota. I feel you. Mama needs a new Toyota. Mama needs a bigger car, dude. And her friend just got a minivan, brand new one. And I've been like teasing her forever about, you need a minivan. You're going to get a minivan. You're going to be such a dork. And she's like, nah, I can never get one. My sister had one, like, and they're like truck people. It was like their third car or whatever. It was like an extra one just for like trips and stuff. And she was like, I'm never driving this thing. Her husband was like, this thing is the best. This thing is the best. And Mrs. Mandalo, after just like, it's like she's starting to roll over. But she's got like a kind of a mid-size SUV. And might get her over the edge. It's such a pain with kids. Yeah, we need to hold that and higher. Yeah, we saw some of these levels. Let's go to ETH. Yeah, I'll just work my way down the list. Oh, ETH BTC holding those lows. That's bullish. We talked about that quite a few times. We actually talked about it right here. Like, oh, you might see it holding on ETH BTC, but a lot of times bad lows, bad highs, even on ETH BTC, which is like, you know, it's not. You do have perps and stuff traded on it. You have people like actually swapping out ETH for BTC, like for real in spot. Not just like total or Bitcoin dominance or something where they're just like calculations. On ETH BTC, a lot of times you see bad lows and bad highs get claimed. Like you can't do like accurate, like real genuine TA on these like calculations that Bitcoin dominance and whatnot. Jupy, I'm in a couple. Yeah, but mostly just spot. Baratina, great. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Baby Mandalo and V2 Baby Mandalo, they're doing okay. We had a like kind of a health scare for V2, and fingers crossed things are okay. But us, on the other hand, good lord, man, it is hard to get stuff done. And it's definitely hard to get any sleep. Fuck's sake, dude. Looking good, actually, on ETH. That bottom consolidation. And we had... we talked about this. Exclamation rewind. So I'm not trying to sound like KIMBA when I say that. We did chart this. Like, I had that. And I said, do I watch this point of control? Watch this value area high if it pulls back. I know that we talked about it. Did we not? We identified this level as pretty important. Look at that right here from before. That's to the pixel, isn't it? That's just clean. If it's too busy for you, I'll help you out for a second. If that was too busy, we did talk about that. That is clean. Value area high on that. And from the breakout and push into the all-time high, that was the distribution until we lost it. And so that was an area of interest if we lost it again. Where's the bottom of this? Yeah, I pulled it all the way to here, I think. Yeah, there's the end of it. And really, if you wanted to like be more correct with it, That's why I had the box down there, and it was like to the pixel for that. The fixed range volume profile. So it's pulled from the breakout to when we lost our consolidation and trade like accepted back inside or below our range. So the two different ways, so the two different places, they're still important. Yeah, right there. And then this one continued on all the way through there. But we can just like back inside the range for this. And we're bouncing like right to the pixel for our point of control. That's juice. Back above weekly VWAP. This is Ethereum, if you can't see the ticker. Yeah, sorry about the clock up above. You need to get back above daily VWAP. There's an anchor VWAP right here. These lows are not good. But this is actually like kind of a bearish pattern. We need to make a higher high down here. And then it's possible to like hold like a pullback. Bulls, you know, if you got filled on this thing, like y'all just dodged a bullet. But we've had several situations that has played out, haven't we? So like maybe like, oh, but that's a higher high. Oh, pullback, something like that. Fill this inefficiency, at least test somewhere up in here. And then these highs are bad. They're weak. Yeah, I get so casual with it, even though that used to bother me a lot. But we had a nerd out on bad highs and weak and poor highs and lows a couple weeks ago. If you missed it, it's still in YouTube, so you can nerd out on it. There's some good juice there. What level will I highlight for a head short on ETH since you missed the night dump? Well, absolutely the clean. This is all bad. I mean, look at that. It's like a freaking trend line of resistance. And I am not the biggest fan of trend lines, but they say like they work, dude. It's my own trauma for them. It's not anything to do with like them not working or me not like actually liking them. It's just like recent trauma. It's pretty clean. But you see it having a trend line, the more times it holds, actually, like counter to what you would think about liquidity, it still demonstrates strength of the trend. And that's a selling trend right now. But that's a short-term selling trend. You know, when did we make the all-time high? Last week, right? Saturday, not even a week ago. What kind of trend are we in for real, though? That looks like an uptrend, like a mug. So looking for a head short instead of like a swing short for like in all-time highs, like there's no better time to have a short, but like that's if it tucks back inside, and ETH did, and it pulled back quite hard. And then it formed a divergence on that next push, right? Oh no, this is the retest. But we're coming up. Yeah, it like almost made the all-time high, and then it like cleaned it up. That was a divergence there, and that divergence kind of played out. Yeah, if you look in candles, it pretty much played out and held those lows like lordy. that's not to say that it's not over. It's not to say that it is over. It just is a thing. Yeah, I think we had drawn that before too. That's pretty nice. Those closes. I kind of like that. But this whole thing should be resistance right here. It's a big box, so it's like $200. But in daily structure, $200 in comparison to this. Like our $200 box doesn't look like all that big, does it? So for a hedge short, something that interests me is a clean, like a swing fail up here. But just be watching. Yeah, we talked about that. Just be watching like a flipping of this into support. So your trend line, you have your like volume, you have weekly open, previous day equilibrium, previous day VWAP, all kinds of things going on here. And I don't even have like the single print grabs, though you do have more than one single print lined up. Yeah, you get up here and start getting closes, like that's pretty small. That's like what, $20, $30? That value area is not big. You get your point of control from up here, right in that level too. I mean, I can move it, move the line. So you need to flip that. A wick and tucking back in is interesting. This value area low is interesting also. If you were to, you know, just go from like when we actually came up here to when we lost that level, and I'm not going to count this candle, probably get some resistance. Like, I mean, that's almost to the pixel for value area low. So it could even wick into value area. Like so. And that could be it. If it cleans these inefficiencies. That would clean both of the single prints. Coming back down though, like if that were to play out, you still would be like looking at this. Or the point of control down here as like, I mean, that doesn't mean that it's over. It just might need a little bit more strength. And coming into the weekend, who knows? They might just like juice it all the way or nuke it to clean up some of the bad lows. Like, you know, it's just like they juiced it last weekend. They nuked it the weekend before. It's easier to move things on the weekend. Much prefer not to clean them. The lows are the highs. Oh, you have your 4K entry? Yeah. Yeah, JV. 3650 to 3900 pretty much. Or kind of, whoa. Kind of like what I was eyeing when we were consolidating down there. I don't know if it'll come. That's really far away from us right now. But ETH can move quickly. That's what, 15%? That's really like 2 sessions of selling. We've had plenty of $300 days. And on the other hand, two $300 days puts us at 5,100. Who would like to see 5K ETH? Busalo, I am not saying to do anything. Least of all, coming into a weekend, I don't know. I'm just identifying levels of interest. Y'all can do with them what as you will. Don't be mad at me. We are learning how to read the charts better. I'm learning all the time as well. My take on the market and analysis is different than it was even when I started during Nerdouts a few months ago. It's definitely different than when I first started making YouTube videos. It evolves. And sometimes you'll see this one thing that kind of changes your perspective, and even if it's a subtle detail, it can just be eye-opening. Yeah, so I mean, cleaning this naked point of control down here, that's interesting. We got fibs, we have bad highs. We have bad lows too, but holding inside this whole range is a good thing. Yeah, hold this value area low at the very worst. You got point of control, and we're at our other point of control. So if you were to look for those hedges, either like a rejection up here, a swing fail up here, or simply, and I'm not just going to say short down here, like that's insanity. Not that that isn't a strategy that some people might implement. If you like are that type of person and you like look for breakouts, do not short like when it breaks out, you short the retest. Make sense? And I'm not saying to do anything, I'm just saying what like responsible trading looks like. If you were going to short the bottom, at least wait for the retest. But, you know, don't listen to me. I don't usually have my light on in here. I forgot to turn it off. Yeah, so, and then this, that's bullish if it bounces there. But if you like start to go like that, if it starts to reject, it may just be like kind of sitting under this and consolidating before it punches through. So I don't really like shorting down still inside value. You know, watch it go like this and then like just nuke straight down forever. All the way to 38.50. Don't say that. Don't say that. Please, no. Yeah, we're looking. So you see like sometimes KIMBA will like go with several scenarios. I'm just planning. So like this, undervalue area is more like that. Swing fail up here, or losing all of this. Losing this, I'm looking for longs. I'm looking for longs unless we like start pushing down on this again. All of that. And they could lose this right here and tuck back in. So just because I said the words that had a 3 in the number, it doesn't mean that that's coming if we lose this right here. Just be prepared. I've got to like clean up all my charts. We've had some major intense charting sessions this week, haven't we? And I'm running out of time. I need to get through these coins. Yeah, I stayed like almost an extra hour yesterday. I got some stuff I got to do before the end of the week, before market close. Huh. When did I draw that? Yesterday? It was before this. I remember like seeing chat and like soul juicing. It was. It actually did not take one of the highs though, I think. What is that? Oh, like, what is that candle right there? Ooh, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Juice, 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 juice. Bugatti. I think that it was like a 4-hour high or something. Oh, Cachoeira. They were trying to hold it on ETH. Exclamation dashboard. Time Raccoon forever, what? Exact end of S&P. Market close. Yeah. Is there something going on that I'm missing? Let me just get our levels on Sol real fast. And for some reason, I thought that that 250 was important. Yeah, it was like all these highs. That whole like little run right there. 261 down to that. And there was a value area high at like 260 also. Yeah, on this. Until we lost it. So why do you think that we... Yeah, that's what it was, somewhere up here. A lot of volume transacted in that 250. Makes sense. Sweep. That's almost a 3 drive, isn't it? You kind of 1 push, 2 push, break structure, 3rd push to clean it. In the 4-hour, that was ugly. And that was definitely a swing failure. But we had drawn that box for those bad highs. And it got back inside. Sol. That's interesting down here. Probably all of this. It might bounce there. Depends on what Biddy does. Depends on S&P. These lows are bad. Need to hold 220. I mean, simply put, that's pretty far away, but you know, tucking back inside 244 again with the swing failure and divergences. You know, that's CVD bear div. We have RSI bear div, I guarantee you. I don't have it on RSI right now, but I can. Yeah, major RSI bear div. You could argue that it played out. But big CVD bear div down here. And then RSI. CVD, RSI. Higher highs, lower highs on the 4-hour, which is pretty important. And then on the daily too, I kind of imagine. Yep. And that's close to exaggerated without it being exaggerated. And yep. Even with that being higher, we had another higher high. And lower high. And that's too far back to even like consider. Okay, Choi. Yeah, we did close the gap on CME. For real, close it now. Is it going to go for any more? We had some bad highs on S&P. This is the index. Let's see ES. Was there some news or something? Like, that is looking spicy. Four hours looking clean, maybe Band-Aid, yeah. Is there, for weed, is there a voucher or something, like in your like coupons in BLOFIN? I knew like last week they took a little bit of time to process. Ash, you did not miss it. It's been like full on. Desk tax. Who's chasing crypto face? Yeah, Natero is quad witching. It's like sometimes they call it trip witching. Yeah, it's like quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily options expiry. But they're not all like right at market open. Some of them are like at the end of the day. Yeah, maybe Band-Aid. You juice on it? Yeah, that's traditional finance options. The deribit options on Bitcoin, and I can imagine that it's pretty juicy. I don't know if I have the options page on this computer. I'm trying to remember where I put it. Exclamation Levitas, exclamation Deribit. If you can't trade those, there is another one that I've been using as well. But the Levitas, and you can see it in our tools. Based Money has a one as well that you can kind of just get a read on it. It's like a quick take. I don't know if they're still active. I haven't checked it since last month, I think. Yeah, it's still there. I'll open it up. It's just easier. Let's see, Bitcoin for next week. I'll pull it on the screen in a second for you. That's the big one. Is that it? Nobody's trading Deribit anymore? Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, it's big. 18 billion. I'll bring it up for real. $18 billion. That's for the 26th, next Friday morning. Max Pain, 110,000. Max Pain doesn't really mean a whole lot anymore. So don't put too much weight into that. %90 of altcoins have been falling all year. Yeah, some of them just priced it in, or they pumped early. When Bitcoin sucks liquidity from the market, alts will not juice as hard. You chart the Bitcoin dominance. It's been falling ever since the like June, pretty much. We were charting Bitcoin dominance and some other like totals and stuff last week. Kind of interested in all this. Naked point of control below us. Yeah, and then I'll get into all the alts before I wrap up. Come on, Eve. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so going down the list, DOT is first. And I'm going to have to do them like kind of quick, so I'm not going to do like a full breakdown because it's just really just catching up on everything that we planned for. Yeah, that was juicy, huh? Wow. Oh, I didn't even pull it up on the right layout. All right, I'm going back to this. I'm not trying to see all these different... dot, all those different things. Dude, the coffee has hit me now too, so I'm like, urgency. I'm the old man. Old man always gotta pee like every 2 hours. That was spicy. Held that single print. That's pretty interesting. Need to hold this range, but not holding above all that and like the 460. Yeah, we were looking at 468 before, and it swept it pretty nice. Yeah, I think we talked about like 460 to 480 with the single print, and trading into it a little bit and holding. Like, just hope that we don't like. I mean, it's kind of changing structure, but really hope that we don't get a retest up on like 455 or something. Or on this consolidation through here. Low time frame, head and shoulders, holding this. Don't even think like that. It doesn't. Yeah, we charted the hell out of this thing. Right when we broke from this, didn't we? Did we chart it yesterday? That's pretty clean. A retest right there. So as far as all of this is concerned, I get this trend line out of here. There's a few reasons that this is kind of interesting. Maybe up to here. I don't have a whole profile on this. I see aggro like blowing up. Somewhere there could be interesting. I don't want to get down to that naked point of control. Like, I mean, obviously 420 is an amazing place to buy anything. A big dog, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, at least it's not like every 2 hours at nighttime. Another single print confirming at our hourly close on BTC. ETH looks like it's got like 3 single prints. Lordy, that's ugly. So you got volume, you got previous week VWAP, you got previous week point of control, TPO, everything like that. You got fibs. If we come down here though, like all those lows are like pretty bad. And then it's just like getting back into all this. And that's just like so grindy up into this push, wasn't it? Just like a little channel. This is a divergence. Guaranteed. It's going to be like that on a lot of things. Look at all that longs coming in. Oh, Lord. A lot of them got flushed out and still maintaining this open interest. Might be like some of its shorts coming in. Yeah, but not that much shorts. Look at open interest. He juicing. Yeah, that's the longs. Longs are early. Right here. Right in that push. That breakout from our 380 area. When did we chart that? Was that last week? Is that before I started with y'all? I think so. Oh, but we did chart it on the Altcoin Nerd Out on Saturday, the day before that. Yeah, and then they juiced it. They juiced everything that day. That's a lot of open interest, so like that's not a reset. This isn't a reset right here. We need to hold. We need to, like, kind of your area that needs to hold is like your 425, 430-ish zone. You start pushing down here again, you're like accepting in this lower portion of the range. And leaving those lows again. It's just so much liquidity and so much open interest. This is the Coinwise open interest aggregate. I think I have it on aggregate. And then longs and shorts. Yeah, with that big push up there, I'm not super convinced by this. But we could definitely hold. Holding weekly VWAP, weekly open, even holding that single print right there. So you got like a few reasons to maintain your bias. You made another higher high, even if it's a divergence. And you know, higher highs, higher lows. It's bullish until proven otherwise. But hedging it, like, I'm not saying it's market smash short here, but if you have a short, it's not wrong. Are you okay with that? BOJ? That's what it was? Maybe Band-Aid? Oh. Welp. Yeah, it's amazing that they do that right on fucking quad witching, isn't it? Yeah, that's like a Trump tweet, right? Let's go, maybe Band-Aid. 99.99 win rate, 33x, juice. Juice. Silo, how are you doing? I think it's a trap play. Six Sierra, welcome to YouTube. How are you doing, brother? Good morning. Yeah, we have a whole list of alts that we're looking at. Trying as I'm kind of beginning to wind down. But anything that you want to see, just say the word. Coke, Danny, Twitching Greg, anybody that wants to see something. Eratodo, how are you doing? Yeah, just say the word. We'll try to fit them in. But definitely, Six Sierra, thanks for joining us this morning. I hope everything is well. Hersa died. You want to see KAS? Did we get to it yesterday? I can't remember. Dude, it's all a blur. Arc Souls, we don't know. 21 months, Aritoto. Let's go. You're almost at that 2-year. Let's go. We don't know. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'll try and get it in. We have like 8 others that I said I was going to try to do. Yeah. No, we didn't do it today. Yeah, we're not sure about that, but we're just like, you know, trying to hold things down while he's taking care of IRL stuff. Chauncey, let's go. Good morning. Juice. Bugatti. It's like he never left, right? Holy shit, you guys let me do this whole morning without music. I don't usually have the music on anyways, but like, oh my god. And it's volatility. Why didn't y'all say nothing? No wonder I was so bored. I was not bored. I've been loving it. Let's see. Let's get some hype. Yeah, some hype.
Oh yeah, we stack it to the ceiling. Smoking on that lettuce got me higher than the building. 100 rounds loaded, I ain't worried about no.
I can't tell if we got music or not.
All this got me higher spirit. Pull up in a drop top, sipping on some dirty juice.
Everybody just wanted to hear what I had to say. You guys got music? I hear some people, or see some people. Yeah, CME over there? Yeah. Let's go look at it. Yeah, we got Vala.
Juicing up. We don't give a fuck. Stack that green, light that green. Bitch, we turning up.
All right, let's go. Is it loud enough? In my lungs, yeah, this pressure hit like Mayweather. Bitches love the game cause we ballin' like it's market makers. Grab that naked point of control. Ice up on my wrist, got me feeling like a snow globe. Ain't no capping, this ain't fiction, boy, this real life. Started from the trenches, now my pockets looking real nice. Pull up with the gang, tinted windows, you can. Yeah, I like that other layout better. Ooh, losing settlement. Juicing up. We don't give a fuck. Stack that green, like that green. Bitch, we turning up. Yeah, we need the other layout. That one was nice. So instead of a gap fill, which we did, it was a dip the tip and lost it after initial balance. Coming back down yonder. CBD. RSI CBD on the 30-minute, not looking too yummy. But I guess you could say that that is kind of hidden for the moment. It's definitely, you can't really say that though, because it's not in volume. And on the hourly. And I'm in RTH anyways. What's more concerning is that we had this higher high and lower high right here. So here's our high. And try to line it up. So annoying. There we go. Yeah, RSI for sure. And the hourly. So you had like a regular into a hidden on market open. And I mean, that's pretty normal after the initial balance. We like swept through there and bought it back on that. But I mean on market open, my bad. On market open today. And then let's look at a daily.
You know I love that sound.
CBD is not looking bad, but like, I mean, come on, it's CME on the daily and it's like Friday options. RSI is not looking Gucci. I guess so. It is a higher high, but you got Megaphone RSI. We were laughing about Megaphones last time at some point this week. Losing that point of control. Get a close down here. That's your second hourly close at 11:30 incoming. You need to tuck back up. Tuck. It's gotta be testnet.
KIMBA gang made another one.
Yeah, we don't want to start getting down there because this, that, it's all like dominoes. And then that's not so good. We'll see what happens tomorrow on here. I'm just kidding. You know this is RTH. We just did ETH, Q Hunt. Yeah, I feel you. We just went no music for 2 hours, dude. We were getting, yeah, we lost like everybody when I turned the music on. Yeah, I should have had the other playlist. I had it all queued up, and then like I just got so like juiced into the BTCC slide. I'm sure it'll come up, Air Toto. Target 1134. That's a good zone. Like 1134 to 7. That's pretty nice. Alright. Just because I'm not going to open it up again. Yeah, the desk tax. Who's chasing the market makers are? Like, was he in a long or something? Yeah, we were talking about holding these lows on ETH. Yeah, and we even like identified some targets if it swept this. That might be interesting. So it never cleaned. Bitcoin didn't either though. It never cleaned this. Even though that was a good local sweep. Bitcoin didn't sweep the similar structure. And that's a good low right here. So like even pulling back and like, and don't look at the settlement thing. I can't switch between layouts continuously. But monthly open down there might be kind of interesting. It would like clean some of this and hold that good low. Anything lower than that and we're gonna be like really pushing up on all of this, and like that's not great, but holding it's okay. All of this, that's a whole lot of liquidity. That's getting juicy for the market makers to hunt. That's getting juicy, and it held this one right here. There's a lot of little things below that. But I can still see, even if that got lost, it not going to like below 4,000. Yeah. For your whole range, you know, still holding that point of control down here, like that's okay. A little bit of a bounce and then like kind of using this kind of area as your pivot point would be okay. But I wouldn't, I mean, don't like count on 4,200. There's a lot of weak highs all the way through. And select a fucking indicator and then it doesn't show. Like It like doesn't select even though when I select it. It keeps doing that. Even off stream. We need to get back into this. And we were talking about that before, but tucking up in here. Monthly VWAP? Maybe. Not all of that. Just there's quite a bit stacked up in there, but I can see them protecting it, even with like a little sweep. All right, so AVAX, people have been like dying for that one because they had a strong breakout. All right, since I just passed it near, we even charted that. That was pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. I can't stand it any longer. I can't stand it any longer. Near.
Every trade's a check. Now my pocket's looking blessed. KIMBA's the gang, man, you know what it be. We moving like lions, I'm not set us free. Now I'm rolling.
Just for fun. Yep, failed auction on BNB. Bad highs, but we're losing the level. I could see it pulling back to like down here. A previous value. Weekly VWAP somewhere around there. Cleaning the single print. But bouncing here isn't bad either, and holding one of the single prints is bullish. Maybe that's the push if we tap back up in here to at least clean the highs, if not go higher. So kind of two scenarios there. If it rejects from down below, like somewhere around value area or daily open, that's a short. Potentially. Theoretically. Bro, we need to hold down here. They'll probably clean this now that they just wicked that. That's not a great low either, but 20 to 22 cents is important structurally on the higher time frame. I can't come through it the whole way. Doing our little scan. Yeah, we're coming into this little consolidation. There's your anchor VWAP from like, Lord, I don't know. But you got volume down here, you get structure. That's interesting. It's Fibonacci. I'm surprised that they like left those highs like that. Yeah, coming in on the 75786 and coming in on some volume too down here. Yeah, I'm trying to like take care of y'all for the weekend. That's value area high. That's actually not so bad for a bounce, and it's holding this low. That's the FOMC low. Ours right after market close on FOMC day. That little retest buyback. I think this is the FOMC low. And this is a good low. So bouncing here, like bouncing somewhere in TPO levels, you have volume levels, you have VWAPs, previous week VWAP here, you have anchor VWAP. Like this is an interesting little zone. 360, and I think we had talked about that zone like back like a week or so ago. Losing this, 359 is next. Just kidding. You know how I joke about that. Hype. We need to hold 50. Hold this. Yeah, somewhere around here. I'm just looking at structure. Like, that's not bad either. I don't think that we have updated our... where do we break 50? over here. Point of control. That's nice. If we could get down to 53, like still that's not that bad even with those lows there. Do not blind enter anything. I'm just identifying or like calling your attention to some points of interest that you can begin to formulate a bias with. Yeah, and underside retest without even like actually retesting. That's, yeah. Right here we did. Kind of let this dude out. Let that dude out with only a little bit of a scratch. Juicing every drop from the grind, no regrets. Never switched up, kept the circle tight. Now we up so high, every view feels right. And Pixel VWAP. Yeah, but you do the same thing down here. I'm gonna say this, the dude that just like got wrecked when he was trying to sell the post FOMC pump. Counted us out, now they count what we make. Said we never win, now we raising the stakes. Bugatti's in the driveway, let us on the plate, but it's deeper than the Let's do the Pixel. It's gotta be testnet, right? Trojan Greg, Renese, Latisse, Bybit juicing on the longers. Yo, I don't know if my exit is open right now. Oh man, I closed the layout. Too many nights staring at an empty plate. Now the table full and the fam all late. Had to let the losses teach me how to win. Now the juice so sweet, yeah. And my lettuce so green. Juice. Yeah, we earned this. Yeah, they got something. Juice flowing heavy, can't resist. From the dirt to the stars all green like the prophets. KIMBA gang worldwide. Now they watching my pockets. Big longs into the bottom. What does that tell us with historical pattern recognition? Shoutouts to you, David Steele. Thank you for the resub. Big cheers. Drift. Oh man, I was like trying to even like make it through all the majors. All right, I'll try to get to it. I didn't even get to AVAX yet, and I'm like already 24 minutes beyond my allotted time. Tau. We were talking about this one from, yeah, and this is an anchored volume profile, getting back into value area, but it looks like it's bouncing there right around this. We don't want to have like higher time frame closes back inside this value down here. Yeah, this whole like node, there's a higher probability of rotating to the other side of the node. A little bit further. Not that far. Not that far. Are some of you like, dude, how is this guy up here? It's the same thing every time. But dude, this shit works. If you find something that works and it's different than this, then freaking use it, dudes. We're not executing here. We are identifying areas to look for a reaction and planning based on probabilities. But dude, every single one of these, it's like value area high, point of control, it's single print, like whatever. There's like lots of stuff, and Lord, these Coinwise indicators have been helping us, haven't they? I mean, this is a tool right here, fixed range, but otherwise, and that's a tool also. I know it's hella ugly, but we were like charting it the other day with some other fine thing. Okay, there's your Kaz. Oh, and it cleaned. There you go. Bad highs all through here. And it cleaned. Monthly VWAP right below. It cleaned. It's tucking back in. That looks like 786. That's a Coinwise like hidden indicator. Oh, 7.5. Yeah, so I thought I got too confident. And we're tucking back into the golden pocket. Like, that is a nice little wick. Yeah, be wary of like a rejection here, somewhere up in this zone, around weekly VWAP, weekly open, on that point of control right there. If we start like trading back inside at like maybe the 12 o'clock close and then like, start grinding through the afternoon, those highs are like not out of the question. And at least like up to here, like 88 cents somewhere, like back to the daily open, maybe.
Juiciest, KIMBA gang,
Yeah,
stacking
reverse
KIMBA
the
gang,
bid.
KIMBA gang, who flexing KIMBA gang, KIMBA gang, we no stressing now, we no stressing now. Smoking lettuce with my charts, no regrets, just play my part. Counting
Yeah,
blessings, stacking profits,
7575.
living life, we
Is
going
it going to be a
up.
7505? What is this 7505 bullshit? I wasn't even looking at the fibs when I was talking about all that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Probability. David. D4. Dag. How we doing? Busalo. Music's a little too loud. Well, y'all, I said, was it too loud before? I'm sorry. Is that better? I don't know what's happening here. OBS like reset all of my things. XRP, Carl, how are you doing? 786 gang, let's go 6 Sierra. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, I'm never like all for my Lions. Y'all my brothers and sisters. There's that AVAX, finally got down to it. Holding that, you need to hold it. Look at that though. Yeah, so you see what's happening there. But you take trend lines with a grain of salt. Levels are more important. Holding this is nice. We need to get back up here though. Watch out for a retest, just like what I was saying about with the last one. I think it was Kaz. Watch out for the, god damn it, sorry. Watch out for this. You got structure, you got point of control, you got daily VWAP, weekly VWAP, all kind of lining up in here, right? And you got psychological $3. Oh, we got filled at the $3. It finally came back for me and picked me up at the train station. Shit. It's not a good high though. Yeah, you just need to start turning this into support. And then maybe we'll fill this inefficiency and start to work our way back up. It's not very far. AVAX. Yeah, it's still holding that. Is it holding this one? No. It's holding that. That's just structure. To the pixel. Back inside previous day value area. This is like, and that's a tap on previous day equilibrium, or previous day EQ, previous day mid. So those are two areas that you have to mind when full rotations set up. PDEQ and point of control. Okay, so those are like important areas. Like previous day VWAP is interesting too. It just happens to be lined up with previous day EQ. So it's not a lock. even if the rotation were to play out, like that's a good low right here. And coming back up, even if it were to play out, like cleaning this before either coming to there, like that should not surprise anybody. And I'm having the bounce at naked point of control. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, like, don't be surprised and don't like be like, oh, I'm juicing, we broke out of value again, let's fucking market long. There's bad highs right here. If you just got filled on a long here, or if it comes down still and it bounces without the rotation, like don't be like, oh shit, like the rotation is just like, it's programmed. I'm telling you, like, probabilities with that type of a setup, and this is the Coinwise TPO PVP indicator. Check them out. Exclamation Coinwise, shout outs to the team over there. Yeah, super juicy. We've been loving the indicators. They have like trials, and on their pro indicators they have a juicy discount promotion for the Lions. Yeah, look at the pinned tweet or pinned message. Big shout outs to the Coinwise team. Big shout outs to the Exclamation Dashboard and all of our partners. Meth is the meth. Yeah. Suey, yeah, I'm making my way down there. Yeah, we're holding our range. $31 is pretty important to hold on AVAX if it gets real bearish. You know, that's like almost 10% from where we were. It's a pretty big move, but if Bitcoin starts like really pulling back or something, I don't see that happening unless, like, you know, we start losing 110 or something. Maybe a pullback to 110 will get it there. Where's my Suey? We already looked at Suey. Am I just like reading old chat? Yeah, Twitching Greg, much love. Have a great rest of your day. Happy weekend. Hope you juice up. Yeah, we were talking about like 360 needing to hold this area to 360. Yeah, and that's a good low. This is important. And then we need to like start to reclaim. Get back above like weekly VWAP maybe. That'll clean the single print, and you know, you have like a whole selling channel for all of this. And so all you need to start to trigger, I'm not gonna have a meltdown, start to trigger stop. Oh, we got stops there, we got stops there, we got stop, like everybody that's been just like selling it, like this bleed down. But you have to have cooperation from Biddy, and they are fucking selling, aren't they? Somebody asked for Ondo. I mean, it all depends on Bitcoin. Those lows right there are bad. If Bitcoin keeps selling, that's on the table. Yeah, maybe clean. If it starts trading in the single print, probably lower, below $1. But that was an important breakout. So holding this, even if it fills a single print, you want to kind of like tuck back up, and probably monthly VWAP right at $1. And you know, it's the same story every single time. I don't even know when I drew this trend line, but like, Lord, it was at some point. When did I chart this? It doesn't matter. I need to wrap up. Yeah, pings be pinging. ENA, Gamer Girl, if you still here, are you still here? I'm sorry it takes so long. Mr. Larry's, shouts to you. It's the volume on my mic. The mic is all the way up. Stupid fucking thing. I had to like the issue this morning was OBS like deleted my mic settings, and I had to like reinstall it really quick. And so I didn't get to like test it before. Yeah, I spent like, my fucking headphones weren't working. This is a new computer too. It was a bummer. Is that any better? Is it louder? Yeah, gamer girl, you're still here. What did you want to see? It was ENA. All the mails I took, look how I'm winning right now. Pressure make diamonds, I was built from the stone. You ain't working like me to stay the fuck off the throne. I charted it on perps before when we were charting it yesterday. Need to hold 64. If we tuck, I mean, if we sweep that and hold that, that's a good thing. I could see that happening. Not that I'm predicting the future, but I've seen this a lot where you like just clean one thing and not the other, and they just hold that stuff. Hold that thing. Yeah, maybe I should go over here. Oh wait, where? ENA. Do you remember? Did I chart it on perps? Smoke my letters, how they concentrate. No, they watch, no hater, how they elevate. Charts they run, now they watch. We charted it right into the close last time. It might have been here. I don't know. Yeah, I need to hold that. On the other side, we just like pixel retested value area high and previous like kind of consolidation. That's not like the greatest thing. Getting back inside like here. Getting back inside like there, or outside of today's value. Kind of need to do that. And definitely this, the single print. I know that's like microscopic, but I was trying to see it on like the better structure. Yeah, I need to get, so we clean that. That's not like really that great. Yeah, start trading back in the single print, and we, even with this, like you still need to mind a rejection up here. Zcash, and that is the last one, I think. Yeah, because I need to be out of here. Big shout outs to you, gamer girl. Yeah, we looked at Coinbase. I'll check it one more time. Drift, oh, token tickler, I got you. Zcash, it's definitely not in my favorites. I used to mine that shit. I think so. Unless that was like a trauma memory. Monthly VWAP, nice bounce there. Am I hoeing, not pulling fibs on all of these? Like, that looks like a pretty... That's... It is important confluence, but it's not like my most important. This is 7.5, like, cool, but there's structure right there, and you have volume right there, I guarantee you. Before we broke out. I mean, basically your value area high and point of control are sandwiching your 7.5, 7.86. So that's just one more piece of confluence for that being an interesting area if it were to come down there. But it still is confluence for this bounce. You know, pixel to 7.5. That's pretty nice right here. That's a good reaction. Now, need to clean this, get back above VWAP, and then maybe start to fill some of this. Definitely watch out. Again, structure, volume, lots of levels up here that could be important for a bearish retest. But that is all like terrible through here. So if it, instead of rejecting, begins to grind in here, like that's probably on the table. Yeah, and that's a couple dollars, so you get like what, 4%? 4% at the least. Turn this into support, and you know, you might be challenging the highs. I don't know about any further than that. Oh yeah, possibly even those highs. That's not great. Now, everything depends on Bitcoin. Okay, Token Tickler. What was this thing? Drift? Shoutouts to the drifters out there. Oh, man. Dude, are you short on this or are you long in it? You're welcome, gamer girl. Rothbah, shouts to you. Superman. Yeah, dude, like I even promised like some people that I would be finished earlier today. It is what it is. Like, y'all need to be prepared for the weekend. You know, if things get like insane, if I'm sitting at the screens, which I probably will be, I'll hop on with y'all over the weekend. But I'm not planning anything. But we get some crazy volley. You know I'll be at the screens. You've been long since 05. Okay, yeah, you're juicing. Used it 100%. Did you shave any? I mean, it's a psychological $1 rejection. He juicing. And it's just rolling over. I mean, that's natural. I would see something around here maybe for a first bounce, even if it's not the bounce. It might give you enough to like let you out. 84 cents, and that's a good move. That's a good move. I mean, maybe not from here anymore because we're already at like inside value. Like that's not that great, but it's still like 3-4%. But it's a good move from the highs, that's for sure. And if it bounced here and starts to like change structure, looking at these bad highs through there, and the possible 103 for your home run, like leaving a little bit to run. That's juicy. That's juicy. That's like almost 20%. And at 100x, it's like 2 million%, right? Altcoins and KIMBA lines. No shave yet. Shoutouts to you, Token Tickler. That's like your Bugatti entry, huh? That's your retirement fund. Big shout outs to the future of finance. I don't know what Drift Protocol is about, but it has a cool name. All right, let's get back over to wrap up. Yeah, bouncing. Bounce with it. Settlement. Look at that. Wicked it. Retest it. Juice. Get back up here. Get back above VWAP. Things are previous month VWAP, daily VWAP. I mean, they're not all the exact same. They kind of combine like very near levels, but get back above that. You got 3 like volume areas of importance, or getting back inside TPO value area. And then definitely if you get back above TPO point of control, we might have like a later day push back to maybe even close the gap or higher. But definitely like watch a retest or rejection at EQ, daily open, somewhere around like the lows of this. And be mindful of like the single print grab and go. So two things to like look for. It's a perp market on Solana. That's cool. Dope. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Yeah, I'll chart it. I'll take a look at it, and maybe we'll talk about it some more on Monday. Token Tickler. Shoutouts to you. You're like juicing on some like smaller altcoins. Yeah, let's get it. All right. Any last minute questions, y'all? Big thank you to Coinwise for supporting us and for the really juicy deals and indicators and all these things. Much love to you all. Exclamation dashboard for our stream schedule. The talent show was juice last night. Big shout outs to Hughes, T Cage, and Buzzo. Big shout outs to all the participants. Please be ready for your next talent show. You can put entries in for your lyrics in the Discord. So exclamation Discord, go check that out. Exclamation dashboard to get the juiciest rates on exchanges. Toe dots, no. It is legit, but you know, I kind of steered away from it. I like I've done other things with other people's money before, and it is juicy if you don't have the capital yourself. You know, it gives you the opportunity or opens doors for you. But in other like investment avenues, I have done quite a few things with like partners or like just like leveraging other people's money, like kind of the same idea. And there's always like certain like drawbacks to it. So like if you were to do it, a lot of them had those buy-ins, and that was like kind of hung me up a little bit too, the buy-ins, and then you could still get like liquidated and stuff. It's like, so you know, just kind of go in and like do your homework beforehand. A lot of the Lions have, yeah, and some of them do have more strict conditions than others. I think that KIMBA's like has talked about working on something that he was gonna do some sort of funded account thing or something. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I've seen a couple of pretty interesting ones over the past like year or two that have come out like that seemed a lot better than you know what used to be. But if you do go down that, like, ask your brothers and sisters in the Discord. I know that you're like looking to learn, brother. Big shout outs to you. Anytime that you have any questions, just hit me up. Yeah, I got you, Toe Dots. But all of you, like, I'm here to help you. I want everybody to juice. I don't have a vested interest. I just care. So much love. Much love. I just want to help you all. I enjoy being here with the gang. You know, we have been nerding out in PSG forever. I miss you all over there. I've been working so freaking hard. I can't like make enough time for everything, and I'll be back in there soon, I promise. Just like grinding with the gang, nerding out. CVD going down with price, OI going up. Looks bearish for now. Let's just check our perps in the last few minutes, or check spot. Yeah, there was I wanted to open this one. We just checked XO, and it was big longs getting filled at the lows. The fuck am I looking at? I just hit this. There we go. Let's see XO again. Yeah, Mrs. Mandalo is gonna have a meltdown because I have so much work to do, and like I promised her that I was like gonna help her with something too. Jeez. Oh, they longed that and they already closed it. That's a responsible longer. Yeah, I mean it makes sense though. Like your trailing stops. Trailing stops already got hit in profit. Can't blame them. It didn't even fill the single print. Open interest isn't really like juicing that hard. And some of the shorts are closing too. Kachoy, kachoy. 1 minute scalper, yeah. Seriously, I mean, dude, like, let's say that that was an $18 million long, or 18 million worth of longs, and closed 16 million. So maybe left a little run. That's a responsible shave. How far did it juice from his entry? Just for like our entertainment. So he got filled like here. Like, let's just say that his average was like 115.6 for fun, and closed it, we'll say the worst. Yeah, that wasn't really that juicy, but $200, $18 million position. I mean, like, it's still juice. That's a win. Yeah, $200, $300 move. How much percent is that? I don't know. I don't have a calculator head. It's still juice. It's profits is profits. Friday lunch hour is starting. Yeah, I might have to go before. Big cheers to you all. Big thank you to KIMBA. Big thank you to all the mods and admins. Big cheers to you all. Big thanks to Coke Zero, Danny, Twitch and Greg. Who am I missing? Six Sierra was up in here. All the gifters. Insistence. It doesn't give me the readout. I need to like get them to provide this to me. All the OGs. Big cheers to PSG. All the mods, admins, developers, big cheers to you. Thank you all for helping me share some thoughts with the gang. It's been a blast. Busalo, I'm sorry. And I hope that you guys are getting something out of it also. Big shout outs to you, Calling Noob. Much love. I hope you have a great weekend. Big cheers. Big dog, J6. What's his fee on that position? It's probably less than the percentage that he juiced. Yeah, it's still a win. I would say like if it was $50, only $50, then it might have been kind of flirting with break even or a red. If Soul kicks it from here with a good low, maybe. Yeah, the 230 was interesting. Rararu. Yeah, where did Soul go to? You guys are just gonna do this to me all day and like never gonna leave, and I'm gonna get so mad. Yeah, this is not bad. That's a nice low. Did it clean? It did. It cleaned that. It's the area of interest. We need to get back above 240. Really, we need to get back above like 244. Yeah, it's not that great falling back into this zone. But it's kind of value area low. We'll extend this the rest of the way. Yeah, you still have a little bit of room. Get back above the whole entire point of control and start holding the close in a few minutes. And then like maybe like bounce up here. You got some headwinds, but it could. Is it possible to reload EXO on YouTube? Rararu. Much love, Lil X, Tivinal, Insistence, thank you. Yeah, it's been a great week. Thanks for support the past 2 weeks. We're gonna be right back at it on Monday for pre-market and see where the weekend took us. I said that if things go like really nuts. Yeah, J6. Yeah, everybody who's long from 174, they're safe. Do not get yourself round trip if things get bearish. I said both, dude. Shouts to you, my mate Nate, and Karan, if you're still there. Much love. KCEX, how are you doing? Someone's filled limit long. Is it going to appear as long open or shorts open? Yeah, because it's market entries. Yeah, but you'll pick that up in CVD. So how aggressive it is. Yeah, KCEX. You'll see that in CVD compared with open interest. And then the delta is helpful too. So this is not the buy sell delta, this is relative volume, but there is just buy sell delta. Harder selling than buying and bouncing. And then in our open interest on Sol. So longs got stopped out and then shorts are TPing. Bouncing with open interest declining is not the best thing. Agreed? Much love. Yeah, KCEX. They are sort of public. You have the exclamation Coinwise. They have like a 14-day free trial on their pro indicators. So that's like all of them. That's all the ones that I'm using. Is the ones that are shown on KIMBA's away screen. Yeah, we've all been trying them out and like really enjoying it. I think at least I have, and many that I've talked to. Like I haven't had any complaints or heard any. Yeah, you can't beat that, but the then if you really are digging it, then they have a really nice deal. I can't say that. Yeah, I know. Seriously, my mate Nate, I am definitely showing them love. Yeah, big cheers to them. I mean, they're supporters. I'm just pumped to use the indicators. Like they're working for me. It seems like they're helping the gang out. So yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm living in poverty here, like Coinwise. What's up? General Potato. Yeah, give him a try, dude. Yeah, anybody that can. Yeah. Kachoy. TPO PvP. It is really nice, and I love seeing those single prints on TradingView. It's beautiful, and it's like cleaner than having just like all the profiles there. Yeah, wrong person. Let's go. Yeah, Buzzo. Today was juice. Yeah, exclamation dashboard for our next stream schedule. Be in the Discord. Try out these beautiful indicators. You know, try the exchanges. Got to be testnet. We had testnet levels all week, and things like really kind of math. We had some hella volatility events this week and last, and we did okay. Exclamation Coinwise, slicky y'all, and there's a pinned message at the top. Yeah, but we suffered through 2 weeks of no KIMBA so far, and I think that we're doing okay. I'm not like getting a big head about it. I'm gonna work the very hardest I possibly can to help you all. Yeah, he will be coming back. I don't know when, but the whole team is just busting their asses trying to really help out the gang and juice y'all up. Yeah, we've been doing giveaways and everything. Yeah, big cheers. Thank you, General Potato. Thank you, my mate Nate, and shout out Karan. Buzzo is a Chad, a Giga Chad. Much love, Buzzo. Yeah, wrong person. Big cheers, my mate Nate. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Don't over trade. Don't over leverage. If you get wrecked over the weekend, Sato gonna slap the shit out of you. Cachoya. Natero, Slicky y'all. Big cheers. Cytilix, my mate Nate. Y'all have a great weekend. Touch grass. Juice up. Much love. Big cheers. Hey Blade. For Weed. Sigurns. Ron Person. Pipeline DJ. Grime Minister. MJ. Hannah Montana. Shouts to you. Mark. G Jones. Ron Person. Ecto. Pipeline. McKillum. Danny Bolat. Thank you. Big cheers to you. Hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll see you in PSG. But yeah, thank you for the gifts as well. Yeah. But juice up, and enjoy your weekend. All of you. Satoshi, Carl, Bobby Toxic Pedal, Superman, Yelling Hamster, Stream Elements, Six Sierra, big shout outs to you. Coke Zero, Twitching Greg, Danny Balat. Let's go. Dancy Kiwis, Bagamani, Tershad, Shaggy Bro. Much love. All right, y'all. Have a great, great day. We fancy. Yo! You're welcome. I can't wait for our next one. Big cheers. Arrow. All right. Cheers. Cheers, 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 cheers. Shout out to PSG.
Class in session, lines pay attention. Professor Mandalo, juice is the lesson. Charts don't lie, numbers show the way. KIMBA gang minds turn data to the pay. Grab your notebooks, mark your lines. Patience in the jungle is how we shine. Knowledge is power, math is the key. Every young line gon' learn from me. If lines can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Work, sweat, and grind, the journey just begun. I'ma elevate the game, show you how it's won. Prepare with the wisdom lines, Dre's gon' run. Pressure in the candles, the market makers is frontin'. We see through they scandals, price is the box and we puntin'. Bugatti money focus, flexing on my mind. Structure, fibs, and order flow, profile and volume and time.